finally here, so let's take a look. As always, I'm Al, this is the Geek in Review, so this is going to be my first reactions to Star Trek Prodigy Episode 1. Now, I'm not going to post any spoilers or give anything away too much in this, but if you haven't seen the episode and you don't want to watch the video, hey man, that's fine, just come back and watch it later on. Or you can subscribe to the channel and watch the rest of the Star Trek videos that I'm going to post in the next week or so about this episode, because I've got a few thoughts and they're not all going to be in here. Now, to be honest, I didn't really watch many trailers for this after the initial ones because I wasn't really excited about the show, and I don't know why. I just didn't think it'd be aimed at me or that I was going to enjoy it. I knew that they were aiming for the sort of kid market and trying to get a broader audience for Star Trek. I really enjoyed Lower Decks, and Discovery's been hit and miss, and I'm looking forward to the second season of Picard. But with this show, I just didn't care, to be honest. I'm glad to say I was wrong, because this show proves that Star Trek can be epic again. Now, after about a year of having questions, quite a few ones, mainly what's going on, how's Janeway back, and what just is going on in the Delta Quadrant, we finally get some answers, kinda, so let's just get it out of the way first of all. Is the show any good? In my opinion, yeah, from the first episode it's very good, and while it doesn't feel too much Star Trek-y yet, there's the ship and there's some other stuff, but they don't lean too heavily into the references or Easter eggs. But maybe after Lower Decks Season 2, any Star Trek show will always feel it doesn't have that many Easter eggs compared to that. But hey, let me know what you think about that in the comments below. I did think some episodes of Lower Decks did lean a little bit too heavily into the Easter eggs, but so far this show feels pretty fresh. And the first episode introduces to the main characters, the setup, and of course the ship itself, the NX Protostar. But what I found really interesting about this episode was the questions that it raised. Not only where did the Protostar come from, but a few other ones as well. I can't really talk about it without revealing any spoilers, so you'll need to watch the episode and see what you can work out. Let me know what you think. But straight away, the world looks great. The titles and the intro were absolutely fantastic. I'm going to be using the word epic probably quite a bit about this show, but that's how it felt to me. The animation surpassed what I thought it was going to be and what I had seen. I know I've avoided the trailers, but the stuff that I'd seen didn't particularly look great, but this was fantastic. It felt like it should be on the big screen rather than the small screen. It felt like a really expensive show, and I'd be interested to know what the budget is compared to Lower Decks. I know it's different production companies and networks and things like that, and it's two tonally very different shows, and that's fine. That's exactly what I was hoping for, because Star Trek can be criticised for being a little bit formulaic at times, and so far with these animated shows, they are boldly going to places that we haven't seen so far. All the voice actors are great, but I actually forgot that Jimmy Simpson from It's Always Sunny in Westworld was in this. His voice isn't really recognisable. He's got a kind of Darth Vader or Bane sort of synthesizer thing covering his voice. What about the Protostar itself, I hear you ask? Well, we do get a lot of the ship in the first episode visually, not so much on the backstory. There is an absolutely amazing scene, which I think as soon as I clapped eyes on, I was like, that I need to see that in the cinema, not just a normal TV screen, is when they're sort of learning to use the ship. Again, I can't go into too much for spoilers, but why isn't this seen on the big screen? If they put maybe 2 episodes of this back to back in the cinema, I'd pay £5 or £10 to go and see it. The actors are all great. The villains do feel a little bit flat. I know it's episode 1, and I know it is a kid show, so I'm not expecting the characters to be too complex, certainly not the villain. But when I was writing my sort of thoughts down for this initial reaction, one thing that popped into my head is, at no point watching this did I think I'm watching a kid show. I was totally immersed in it, in the action, in the characters, in the world, in the animation, in the music. My god, it is absolutely epic. It's probably the best music in any animated TV show. I'd maybe say it's maybe the best music in Star Trek, probably outside First Contact, but everyone to their own. But the score is great, and the music is everywhere. I think in most scenes, I'll need to go back and watch the episode again, because this is a reaction video, but certainly more than 50% of the scenes there's music in there, and yeah, I'm going to be listening to that soundtrack, definitely check it out. And I think this is going to get the broader appeal that they were aiming for with this, because if I can get lost in it and I wasn't really interested in the show, then anyone can watch it, and it will definitely get in the younger audience as well. I wasn't too sure how the Trek appeal or how they were going to angle Trek to make it more appealing to kids. I guess this is how you do it. I mean, I guess, because I really enjoyed it, so it seems to be working. But, and this is a big but, a few times it did feel a little bit more like Star Wars than Star Trek, and I know there's a Clone Wars cartoon and the animation looked the same and yada yada yada, but even some of the live action Star Wars stuff, I felt that there was scenes that were sort of similar, and how the scene was set out, or maybe the architecture or something that was in the scene, definitely felt very Star Wars. And don't get at me for saying that, it's just my opinion, and for what that may be worth or not, that's up to you. But if it is worth a like, do leave a like on this video. Now, I really enjoyed this. I've not felt this excited for a show, certainly not a Star Trek show, in quite a while. I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to happen next. It's a fun crew and I can't wait to see what they're going to get up to. But have you seen the first episode? Let me know what you think. Did you like it? Did you not like it? You can contact me in the comments below, or you can reach me on Twitter, as always, at The Geeks Reviews. My name's Al, thanks for watching, and do subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos on Star Trek, because we've got Discovery coming soon as well.